Now, welcome along. Just going to get the angles perfect here. So I think you can see me there on Facebook and YouTube. Perfect. Okay. Marie, how are you? Good to have you with us. Okay, so chair gym today. So myself, Shane, leading you for the class. As always, so all of this work will be in the seated position. Everyone on YouTube, you're very welcome along. And everyone on Facebook, you're also very welcome along. What I'll always say with any of these movements, if anything feels painful, sore, just to immediately stop that exercise. The way I work, we're just looking to feel connected with a couple of different body parts. And I'll throw one or two little challenges in there. And I like to work in little blocks of work. So you'll repeat some of the movements a second time. So just hitting in towards 2 o'clock. Just letting everyone tune in there. Again, I have a nice space to work out in. And I have my bottle of water good to go as well. So I think I'll just get us straight in. We're probably a little bit cold. I know it's gotten cold outside. So I'm just kind of getting all my groups straight into it just to get everyone moving. And if you tune in a minute or two later, we'll just get straight in as well. So let's first of all lift those elbows out. Sit tall in your chair. And let's get the shoulders moving. Okay, so we'll spend a little bit of time with all these movements. I know people might be tuning in, but just while you're sitting around, let's get moving. Let's get everything warm. Definitely gone a little bit cooler. So bringing those shoulders around in circles. A little bit of help now from the elbows, just generating that nice big movement through the shoulders. If I change direction, and now I'll go forward in circles. So nice big circles, forward in circles here. Movement through the shoulders. Okay, reset. From this position, bring hands together. Just lightly turn right and then over to the left. So I'm just turning from that low position. We'll build this one up shortly. We're just turning to the right and then over to the left. Just a nice smooth rotation. And then keeping my hands together. Raise up, so my hands are in front of my head now. The elbows up. And again, I'll just rotate side to side, over to the right. And then over to the left. So just turning, or that nice smooth rotation, over to the right and then over to the left. And down. Now, from that position, what I want to do is just raise one arm in front and one arm to the side. So just that little bit of coordination here. Switching on through the shoulders, bringing one arm in front and one arm out to the side. And we'll just continue to switch between the two. One arm in front, one arm to the side. Okay, and then bringing hands down to legs, just to stretch forward and back up. So hands down towards feet, and then straight back up. Okay, and then just to sit nice and upright, just bringing it into a march, just keeping it moving here. Just nice and light, just not stamping down, just keeping it all nice and light as we march it out. And from this position, just tapping the heels out in front. And then again, just return it back to a march. And again, just tapping the heels out. Just keeping it moving here. I just want to pause the feet, reset nice and tall. I want to go into a rowing action next. Just reaching forward and pulling back low in towards my stomach. Elbows in, a little bit of a squeeze, connection with the back of the body. Just continuing to roll, nice and smooth, pulling back here. Okay. And then moving back to the legs, just lightly extend the right leg, then left. Going to return to the legs within the main blocks of work. Going to work them a little bit harder. But just for now, just switching on, opening up, warming that body up and just connecting with each leg here. It's just nice and light, extending out one at a time. Okay, and then from this position, let's just bring it down to the feet, forward and back, up on the toes, back on the heels, just lightly swapping between those two positions. Up on the toes, back on the heels. And then staying with the feet, point the toes side to side. So just lead that movement with your toes side to side, any movement at all here. And then just walk the feet back a little bit, keeping them close together. And now lead the movement through your heels. So just point those heels right and left, side to side. And again, any movement at all here. Pointing those heels side to side. Okay, and we'll just finish out that warm-up one more time. Just lightly extending those legs out. Just making sure we are warmed up and ready to go with a couple of harder movements. Just lightly extending the legs out. Just making sure that we are warmed up nicely here. Okay, so looking what we have. Okay, so let's just finish out and down. Right, so let's move in to our first block of work. Just going to break this down as a movement, work one side at a time. And we're also going to work the back and lower legs, our heels, with a more straightforward format. We're just adding a little bit of a pause. Sit forward slightly in the chair would be the best way to do this one. Right, nice and upright. What I want to do is reach down with my right hand, as if, I've mentioned this one before, we've tried this before, as if pulling a lawnmower cord. So reach down with your right hand. I can be supported with the left, and then pull back. So I want you to draw that elbow back. Nice squeeze as I pull back, and you'll see how I open up across the body. Really nice, the movement, and that you can just really kind of work in a range that feels good, whether that's quite small or whether you're comfortable going further. Maybe it'll just open out as you go along. Okay. Hello, moderator. Thanks. All good. So just reach down and stretch across. So just pull that elbow back. And as I say, just imagine pulling a lawnmower cord here. And switch. Left side, same kind of action. Reach down, pull back. Maybe I'll start kind of cautiously, just in terms of how far I go. And then maybe it'll start to open up more and more. So I can reach down further if I feel comfortable. And draw that elbow back, just open out that upper body. And again, my right hand is on the leg, just to keep me supported throughout the action. Another couple of times. So like me, sometimes a little bit tight, a little bit stiff. Really nice movements, just opening up the body. Once more. And down, okay? Just going to work next with a heel raises, but a little variation. Bring the feet back in, everything nice and central. Might walk the feet back a little bit so everything is close. Elevate your heels up off the floor. I want to stay in this position for about 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return to floor. Heels up, pause. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. So let's continue on. And let's just show you that from the side angle. So you can see me getting that nice pause every time. So all I'm doing, just briefly kind of holding. If we think what's the hardest part of this heel raise, when we're in this position here up at the top, So we're going to hold it for 5 seconds and then just slowly back down. So heels up, pause for about 5 seconds, and then relax back down. So there's no pressure here in terms of having a perfect 5 seconds. I say I don't want to count that every time. We'll just hold for what feels good to you, up towards about 5 seconds. So instead of just up, down, up, down, up, down, really quick, we're really bringing control, a little bit of tension into the back of the legs here as we pause in the top position. Let's go another couple of times. Whenever I work those heel lifts, I like to go high and high with the number of repetitions, just to really feel, connect to the back of the lower legs. Let's go twice more. Heels up, pause, good 5 seconds or so. Back down. And last time, heels up, pause, about 5 seconds here. And back down. Okay, so that's your first round finished. I'm going to bring that chair back in. Just going to return. Francis, this afternoon, great to have you with us. So let's repeat those movements a second time. Again, just set yourself comfortable in the chair. You might sit slightly forward if that feels good to you. Right hand, reach down, pull back. And notice this time, it's going to be allow the head to just gently move with the movement. Never too dramatic with the movement of the head. Just keep it nice and light. Reach down, pull back, drawing that elbow back. Again, you can just think, if anyone like me has an old-fashioned lawnmower where you have to pull the cord, that's what you're going to go for. And for what it's worth, much better than the electric ones. But reach down, drive back. So just bring that elbow back. Nice squeeze, nice connection, opening up the body. And once more. And down. Swap sides. Just reset. Left hand, same action. Reach down, pull back. Reach down, pull back. And again, my right hand is resting on the leg. So I'm supported as I reach down. Again, it is important, even from the seated position here, you're happy in terms of balance. You're working in a range that you are comfortable with. Keeping those feet flat to the floor, so just that those feet wouldn't be lifting, that you're not losing control through the action here. Let's go once more. And down. Okay, just going to return to those heel raises. Just going to turn side on, just so you can see the action very clearly. I like to bring the feet back, so I'm not going to spread out far apart. Everything is nice and central here. Lift your heels up. Hold for about 5 seconds and then relax back down. Heels up, hold about 5 seconds and back down. And we'll continue on. Again, just feeling that little bit of connection, that little bit of tension in the back of the lower legs. Holding the position for a couple of seconds. To say up towards 5. Even if you can get 2-3 seconds of a pause and that's working well for you, brilliant. Just keep it going like that. So let's go. Last couple of times, we'll finish out this first block of work. So we'll do it 3 more times. I like to go quite high with the reps with any kind of when working the calf. Twice more. And we'll go 1 more time. And down. Okay. Now, that's the first round of work done. We're going to move into our second block of work. Couple of different movements here. Let's just get straight into it. So, again, just reset. You're nice and comfortable. Want to bring the hands up. I just want to make sure you have a little bit of space to rotate. So if you're really tight to the back of your chair, it might not work smoothly. So you might sit slightly forward, just that you have comfortable space to rotate. So hands up. What I want to do is rotate to the left in a slightly diagonal plane and just push, return, and then over to the right, and that same action, press. So just moving between left and right with a press. But really, you're just going to be in a diagonal plane. So I'm not going to turn fully to my side here, just at a slight angle and press. I'm going to keep the hands roughly in line with chest and just think of a little bit of a connection as you press. So you have a nice strong rotation, your upper body is strong, and then we push straight out from that chest. It's getting a little bit of a connection, feeling through the chest. Let's go once more in each direction. And over to the right. And down, okay? Again, just going to show from the side angle for the next one. Going to move down to the legs. Slightly forward in my chair, legs out in front, and I'm on my heels. Pull back, heel to toes, and then the opposite leg. And I'm going to do this one with a little bit of a flow today. So just swapping quite rapidly between one foot to the next. Just pulling the leg back, going from the heel to the toes of your foot. You might like to hold the side of your chair and just keeping this one moving nicely. Heel, toes, heel, toes. Okay, so let's go a couple of times. And again, see if you can kind of get a little bit of speed, a little bit of power into this one as you go. Give ourselves that little bit of a challenge on this one. So you can be gradually speed it up as we go. Heel, toes, but nothing wrong with slowing it right down if you find it a little bit awkward as a movement. Heel, toes, heel, toes. And return. Okay, next what I'm going to do is a foot raise with a little pause. So like we did when we lifted the heels, I want to do the same kind of control with my shoulders. Straighten the arms, lightly clench the hands, lift to shoulder height and pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down, straight up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, straight up. So you'll see I'm not going to rest at all down in the bottom position. The hardest part is up here, and that's where I want to stay for a good 5 seconds. Straight up. Just keeping a little bit of tension through the shoulders. Again, the 5 seconds is not strict, but up towards. Just being able to hold that position for a couple of seconds. Slowly back down. And again, just avoiding any kind of long pause at the bottom. We're going to keep a little bit of tension. Just keeping it moving, except for when we pause at the top. Let's go another couple of times here. And let's go once more. And down. Okay, so first round finished. Maybe just slowly roll those shoulders back. Just take a little bit of a breather. Okay. Eileen, afternoon. Great to have you with us. I try and read the names from here, but I can't always be certain, so I have to go for a closer look sometimes. And then forward. Okay, so same actions again. Let's explore them this second round. Slow anything down if you need. Make any little changes if anything didn't feel great. So let's go again. Slightly forward in the chair. Nice and upright. Hands up at chest. Rotate to the left and press. Rotate to the right and press. So always in that slightly diagonal angle. And just pressing straight out from your chest every time. Just have a little bit of control as well. Break it down, rotate, then press. Just not to rush it all at once. Take your time, get a nice controlled rotation, and then press. Again, the way I think of, imagine just a big heavy box in front, and you just have to apply power and press it straight out of the way. Nice rotation, press. Let's go once more on each side. and back down. Okay, reset, moving down to the legs. If you remember this one, again, sitting forward, your legs are out straight, you're on your heels. Pull back to the toes, pull back to the toes. Switch between the two legs. On from heel to toes position. You'll notice I start to gradually speed it up if that feels comfortable to do so. And start putting a little bit more into it as I go along. So just gently curling the leg back, going from the heel of the foot to the toes of the foot. And again, just be a little fun challenge if we can gradually, rapidly speed this one up. Last couple of times. Just keeping the legs moving. And back in, okay. So, final one in this second circuit. Front raise, arms straight, hands lightly grasped or clenched, raise in front, and about 5 seconds in the top position. Lower down, straight back up. Pause, slowly lower down, straight back up. So every time just switching back on. Getting a nice little pause at the top. Not going to rest at the bottom. We're always raising straight back up again. Let's go another couple of times here. Just getting any kind of a connection, feeling through the shoulders here. Just making sure we get that nice pause every time. Let's go maybe 5 more times. And 4. So 3 more. And 2. And your last time. And back down. Brilliant. Second round, second little circuit of work finished. Okay. So we're going to work on a little bit of connection with the hip on the next one. We'll break it down. We'll work to the right. We'll work to the left. And then very much a coordination movement, which will also connect with areas like your shoulders. So first one I want you to do, just sit comfortable. Lift your right knee up and lightly bring the 2 hands and just briefly hold. Continue just lifting that right knee. I'm not kind of grabbing and pulling up or anything. I just want to lightly grasp with the 2 hands, even just lightly touching the knee and then back down. So lift the right knee and just bring the arms, let them flow forward towards that knee. Let's go a couple of times here, just through the right. And this work, feel a little bit of tiredness probably around that hip. Let's go twice more. And once more. And down. Swap sides, left side. Just reset, readjust. Maybe position doesn't feel perfect. Reset. Left knee. Light grab and back down. As I say, just that you're not kind of pulling the knee up or anything here. We're not turning this into a big stretch. Just a very light tap of the knee or a very gentle just hold for all of a second or so here. Lift the knee, bring those arms through. Just working through the left. Let's go twice more. And down. Okay. Next one. This is a little bit of coordination involved. The best thing is me to just get in and start doing the movement rather than try and explain it. It'll just make it a little bit easier, I think. But what I'll do is bring the arms out in front. What I want you to do is pull your right hand back. So we'll start slow and open the left arm to the side as I look out to the left. Reset out in front. Now my left hand back, right arm opens to the side. So this is my arrow pull back. You'll see that kind of arrow position I create. One arm just pulls directly back. One arm opens out to the side. As I say, I think best is the demonstration of the movement rather than me trying to elaborate too much on explaining it. But just think one arm back, opposite arm opens to the side. You can lightly turn your head with the movement. So as one arm opens to the side, that's the direction I'll look in. Like a little bit of connection with the shoulders here. Just generally a nice movement pattern here. Let's go once more, each side. And down. Okay, so after that one, let's just slowly roll shoulders back. We'll try those movements again. So don't worry if that was a little bit awkward. And again, I like a little bit of coordination, movements that make us think a little bit, essentially. So let's swap sides. Back to the legs. Lift the right knee, lightly grab or hold, or even just tap the knees. Knee, one single one. Lift the right knee, lightly bring the arms through. Just a little tap with the hands, or lightly hold in position for all of a second or so here. Lifting the right knee, bringing the arms forward. Just going to go 3 more times. And once more. And down, reset. Left leg, same action, lift the knee, bring those hands forward and lightly hold, or just even tap the knees. So let's go straight in. Should say as well that upper body stays straight so that I'm not bending as I go through the movement. So just be careful of that as well. You're keeping a nice upright position. You're moving through the hips. So it's a good strong lift. Arms flow forward, but at no point is my chest coming down to that knee. So I'm not bending at any point here. Just lifting the knee. You know, 3 more. And once more. And down. Reset those arrow pullbacks. So just reset the position nice and upright. Your arms are out. Again, I'm going to start with my right. So that idea of pull one arm straight back, open the opposite arm to the side. You're pulling an arrow. And back. And just continue to switch. One arm goes directly back. One arm opens out to the side. Lightly turn your head in the direction of the arm that opens to the side. Light with the head movement rather than rapid twist or turn. Let's go one more time each side. One arm back, one arm to side. One arm back, one arm to side. And down. Okay, hopefully that one was okay. Nice little challenge to say those ones that make us think a little bit, even if they go a little bit wrong, they're really useful. Right, so one last challenge. Very simple. We're just going to break this down for the right leg and we're going to work the left leg. So what you're going to do is a couple of reps in one position. Then I'm going to change the position and then return to the start position. Might sound complex there, nothing to it. And it'll just be a fun little challenge at the end. So I'm just going to turn side on. What I want to do first of all, just sit comfortable in your chair. I just want you to extend your right leg up. Little pause, back down. Straightforward, simple. Just want to go with 5 regular leg extensions here. Up, a little pause, back down. Up, pause, back down. One more time. Down. Now, stay with the right leg, elevate the foot, keep it up off the ground, and extend again. So pause, return, keeping your foot off the floor. So we're doing 5 with an elevated foot now. So we're going to keep a little bit of extra tension on through the position. Little pause, back down, stand out again, a little pause, back down, one more time, up, pause, down. Much harder when you keep that foot up off the floor. Rest the foot down and just go for 5 regular again, where the foot can return flat to the floor. So it's just simple little things, little changes like that, little manipulations of the movements, just to get a little bit more connection a little bit of extra tension, a little bit of extra challenge. One more time. Down. Let's work straight into the left from the flat position on the floor. Extend the leg, just a little pause, back down. 5 times, regular leg extension, foot returns flat to floor. So 2 more like this, where the foot goes flat back to the ground. And 1 more. Now, keep the left foot off the ground. Keep it off the floor. Extend the leg, pause, return, but keeping the foot off the ground for the full 5 repetitions here. Extend the leg, pause, return, foot still up off the ground. We have 2 more. And once more. Now I let the foot down again and just continue with 5 more with the foot returning flat to the floor. And down. Okay, let's just go straight in. Let's do one more round. Right leg, then left leg. And as I say, we're just putting a little bit of extra challenge into a movement we're very familiar with, probably the leg extension, just doing little things to give a different or fresh take on it. So, right leg from the flat-footed position, extend, pause, back down. And I'm just there so you don't rush through. So do take your time. Don't just swing the leg. Take your time, little pause at the top, and think about connecting, feeling your leg active here. So twice more. 1 more. Now, keep that right foot up off the floor and continue to extend, not allowing the foot to rest down for the next 5 reps. And we go twice more. Keeping the foot elevated. It's going to definitely make it harder. 1 more. Return flat to the floor and another 5. Maybe we can come back to this in a week or 2 and we'll up the repetitions. But I think 5, just to explore this in a style today, see how we get on. And down. Okay, swap it up. Left leg. Regular extension from the floor. Extend the leg, little pause, slowly down. 3 more from this position. Taking my time. 2 more. And then once more. Now return, keep the foot up off the floor. For the next 5 reps, that foot stays elevated. Extend the leg, and I still get my pause. Back down. Again, that's much harder now with the foot off the floor. So we're just doing 5 in this more challenging position. Another 2. And then once more. Return the foot flat to the floor. That's a real mouthful. And extend the leg out again. 5 times. Just from the floor position. Twice more. And then 1 more. And rest down. Okay. Just going to bring it back in. Okay. Hopefully that was okay. Just like to throw something different at you. Hopefully you enjoyed that little challenge. You could definitely try it again. We could bring it up a couple of reps. But I think for today, hopefully that one was okay. We'll do a couple of stretches. Just a couple of nice relaxing movements. Just to bring the body back to rest after our work there. So, first one I'm going to do, let's go for a little stretch. I should have stayed as I was. Extend your right leg out. Point the toes forward and away from your body. A little bit out of shot there on Facebook, so that's us back in the screen. Pull the toes back. Hold for a couple of seconds. Point your toes forward and away. Pull the toes back towards yourself. 1 more time. Point the toes forward and away. Pull the toes back. And down. Extend your left leg out. Point your toes forward and away. Pull the toes back. A very welcome, Mary. Hope you're keeping well. Point the toes forward and away. And thanks for the comment as ever. I do appreciate that. Pull the toes back. Point the toes forward. As if I had my toe on a piece of string, then I just pull it back and hold. Okay, now next one. Just bring it back in and just reset. Just lift that right knee up and then lightly extend the leg out. Back down. Same again, same leg. Lift the knee up. Just press the leg out. Back down. One more time. Knee up. Press out. Back down. Left side. Lift the knee. Press the leg. And back down. Up. Press. Back down. And once more. Lift. Light little press. And back down. Okay. Now, from this position, moving up the body a little bit, what I want to do next is to bring my hands together. Without moving my head, I want to just rotate my body or my arms to the right. From there, I'll swap sides over to the left. Just think a little stretch through the shoulder from the arm in front here. My head is still looking straight on. Not going to force the position too far that I feel any kind of pain or soreness here. Just working a range that feels okay to you. Stretch the arm across, supported by this arm behind here, which is in a relaxed position in comparison to this front one. And down. Okay. Now from there, hands up. Press the arms forward, stretch out your upper body here, and then pull back. Bring the hands in, squeeze shoulder blades together. You're going to hear even my voice just to kind of hold that tension. Press in front, stretch out and hold. Pull back, squeeze and hold. Forward, stretch out and hold. Pull back and hold. Just going to do that twice more. Press, straighten those arms out. Hold the position. Pull back and hold. Let's go one more time. Press forward, straighten out that position. Pull back, squeeze, hold the position. And relax back down. Perfect. So next, just sit slightly forward in the chair. I like to bring the right elbow up here. And what I want to do is gently rotate my arm towards the back of the chair. So I'm turning the body, getting a nice stretch through the back. You may not achieve this position. You may not be able to turn this far. Stop wherever you need to stop, but with the view to ultimately bringing that arm towards back of chair. Let's pause for a couple of seconds. Return to center. Left elbow up. Rotate towards back of the chair. Again, if you can't bring it that far, that will just put you in an uncomfortable position. Pause wherever you need to pause and just hold. But if you can bring that elbow back to rest on the back of the chair and hold the position, feeling a stretch in the back, then we go with that. Turn, let's go. Right elbow. Rotate towards back of chair. Hold the position. Couple of seconds here. Reset. Left elbow up. Rotate towards back of chair. Just going to pause and hold that position. Reset. One more time per side. Right elbow up. Rotate. Maybe this third time opening up a little bit further compared to when you started. Couple of seconds. Let's hold the stretch. Back in. One more time. Left elbow up. Rotate. Resting on the back of the chair with that left arm. And hold the position for a couple of seconds. And back down. Right. Just to finish off, reset into the chair, hands down on my legs, in through the nose, inhale. Slow exhale out the mouth. Same again. One more time. Okay, that's us for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that. So well done everyone on Facebook, and thanks for the comments along the way, and well done everyone on YouTube. Mary and Marie there, brilliant stuff. So well done everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day. Great stuff everyone. Great stuff everyone, YouTube, well done.